I'm Willie Minix, and here's guitar relaxation techniques in open D, D, A, D, F sharp, A, D. And that song was called the Doxology. And sometimes you'll be doodling around and all of a sudden you just come up with a song that pops out of the strings, and you're just like, wow, I didn't know I could play that, and there it is. And you may not play it perfectly, but that's alright. The more you try to practice it, you'll get it. But I was thinking about another verse. This one's in 2 Thessalonians 3. It says, "Now the Lord of peace himself give you peace always by all means." And I was thinking, wow, the Lord of peace himself. It's like God is the master. That's what the Lord is. The Lord is the master of something. He's the master of peace, of all peace. He owns peace. It's like it belongs to him. You know, if you're the master of something, it's yours and you own it. If you're the Lord of the manor is yours, and he's the master and the owner of peace. I mean, just think about that for a minute. So if you don't have peace in your life, and you're stressed out and you're worried and everything's just beating you down and you don't think you can go on one more day, where do you go to get that peace? Are you going to get it from your guitar? Guitar's just a tool. Are you going to get it from other people? You know, other people may have been given a certain amount of peace to pass on, but ultimately it has to come back to whoever owns that peace that can give it to you, and that's Jesus. That's God himself. He owns the peace. He's the master of peace. And if you don't have the peace, you can ask him and he'll give it to you. If you don't have a relationship with him, you should start one. You should talk to him. You should get to know him. He wants a relationship with you. And one of the things about it is, a lot of times people are like, I don't want to change. I don't want to change. But you know, you do. You really do. You wouldn't be watching these videos if you didn't have something that's driving you nuts about yourself that you want changed. Well, guess what? You need a paradigm shift. And by that I mean your worldview's got to change a little bit. And if you can change your worldview to understand that God can give you the peace that you need, that may be the first step. You know, that may be a really good step. And then you can ask him, hey, can I have some of that peace? You know? And you know what? He can give it to you. So I wanted to show you another note that you can add. Now, so far you've noticed that everything's been 2, 4, or 4, 2, 4, 4, 2 open, 4, 2 open, then we've got 3, 1 open, and now we've got 4, 2 open again. Well, that pattern's going to continue all the way down. 4, 2 open, 4, 2 open, 4, 2 open. So from the bottom to the top, it was open 2, 4, open 2, 4, open 2, 4, open 1, 3. That's the hard one to remember. Open 2, 4, open 2, 4. And some of those notes repeat, and that's okay. They're not exactly the same, so they sound a little bit different when you go from the open note to the fretted note, but it's okay. It's just one of those things that you may double pick a note. You may end up having the same note play twice. Who cares? You're just enjoying playing. You don't have to worry about playing a song. And if a song just happens to kind of pop out, like at the beginning of this video when we did the Doxology, then yippee, you know, you got a little song that kind of popped out. But you don't have to force it. And if it changes, like, and you get a little bit of a song, but you don't get the whole thing, that's no big deal either. Just let it flow by. Maybe you'll start playing little things that become your songs that you're like, oh, you know what, I like playing this little pattern, or I like playing that, and I think that sounds really cool. Then just let that happen, you know, and let your fingers kind of get accustomed to that. And if you make a mistake, here's a cool little trick. Let's say I'm playing this. Just slide to one of the right frets that you know you're supposed to be on, and it'll sound like the tension and then release. And tension and release is important in music, and it's important in life. You've got to release that tension. Take the breath. Go ahead, get filled up with oxygen, and just let it out. Release that tension. You don't need it in there. So life is stressful enough. Don't hold on to it. There'll be more stress. Don't worry. You can let this stress go. You don't have to keep holding on to it. Just try to maintain your sense of humor. And then when you're bored of playing up here on these top strings, come down here and play on the bottom string. So you play on the bottom strings and I'll play on the top strings. And we'll see how nice that sounds. Now we'll switch. I'll play on the bottom and you play on the top. See how nice it sounds? And again, you don't have to play as fast as I can, but if you want to try, go ahead, by all means. You know, get those frustrations out, however you got to do it. Noodling around on the guitar. You're not playing a real song right now unless something just pops out. You don't have to worry about it. You just goof around and let the song kind of, or let the music kind of do its thing, and let it just be wind chimes that just sort of soothe you and relax you, and you don't have to let the world beat you down. So I'll be praying for you. I hope that things go well. And I believe God loves you. You're not alone. So you have a good day, and I'll see you later.